The criteria I usually use to select the game I'll feature in these weekly Friday Plays videos usually is based on how popular was the game, does it have an interesting history or something, but this time I'm choosing the Atari 2600 port of Crazy Climber because I have my own personal story to tell about it. I'll share that with you right after this. This video supported in part by...
Playing VR, I tend to sweat. It gives me an edge. So King of Nerds happens to give me an edge too. Let King of Nerds give you the edge. Bye, King of Nerds.
Hey there, welcome back to Gen X Grown Up. I'm John and I am a Gen X Grown Up. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video. So in this Friday Plays, I want to talk about Crazy Climber for the Atari 2600. Now, this came out, I think, in 1983 or so, based on the arcade game. Now, if you played the arcade game, it was unique in that it had two joysticks, not like a dual stick shooter, but one for your left arm and one for your right arm. And you use those to control your little man's arm as you scale the building, avoiding obstacles and trying to make it to the top. So in 1983, when Atari was doing their port of Crazy Climber, for some reason, they chose to make it exclusive to Atari Age Club members. Now, I was a young nerd, of course. Little Johnny had a subscription to Atari Age. This very magazine hit his doorstep, and he was like, an exclusive game for my Atari? Yeah. I begged my parents, and they allowed me to order a copy of Crazy Climber. And it was in my game collection for a long time until I liquidated it. Before we get to the sad part of the story where I no longer have that copy of Crazy Climber, let's go and play it and show you what the game is all about. So here is Crazy Climber, just powered on. Pretty unassuming, really, to take a look at. Copyright is 82, so that's how long I guess they were working on it, though they didn't even advertise it in Atari Age until 83. So let's start by talking about general overview, difficulty switches, control, general difficulty of like how fast your little guy can climb and how easily he can grab ledges above him and below him. A is more difficult, B is basics. I always leave it on basic, it's plenty hard enough. Game select, you have 10 different game variations. Now, unlike some earlier Atari games where you had to rely on like a grid to know what the different game options were, it's very simple. So the first 5 are the first 4 buildings plus novice, and then you do it again for 2-player. And it's right on screen, in fact. So you see it says building 1 and 1 dot. And if I hit game select, it says building 2, 1 dot, game select again, 3, go to 4, and then it goes to novice, which is like very few hazards are after you. It's like learning how to control it, basically. And then the same things, building 1, 2, 3, and 4, and novice as a 2-player game. So we'll come back then to player 1. So building 1 player. So let me start the game. We'll hear the song, which is the maybe Elephant Walk or something. Listen. I think that's what it is. A variation on it. Okay, so basically it's the 2 joystick control in 1 joystick. So if you reach up, your guy reaches up and grabs the ledge above him, and you push down, he pulls himself up, so he kind of lifts up. Now these windows are opening and closing, of course, so you have to watch out for those. As long as you have one hand on a windowsill, even if it's closed, just don't move is the trick. If you move while your hand is closed like this, you'll fall. So you have to wait for it to open, because I guess it's like gripped onto your fingers or something, and then you can go up. If a window closes on you, like I'm gonna let this one do right now, and I'm not gripped on anything, he falls. Now, unlike games where it's just score based on how you perform, this one has a building timer. So if you look at the top of the screen, I have 5 lives, only 3 are visible at any given time. And then there's that counter that says 9,500 right now. That's the total for the building. That's your bonus. Every time you do something that announces 94, right? So time is decreasing. As you work your way through, people throw things at you and birds lay eggs on you. All these things take place. Ooh, almost got grabbed there. And that decreases the bonus. When you get to the top of the building to get to the helicopter, as you grab the helicopter, you cash in on that bonus. And if you get to later buildings, that bonus can be 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. The manual says 100,000, 200,000, but I think that was a typo, because you can see there's only with 5 digits in the bonus up there. It says 9,100 now. So for scoring, careful, don't get caught in those windows. For scoring, every time you go up a building, once you go up a level, you get 100 points times the building. So a little chart here, 100, 200, 400 based on building number 4. And it's not just though about dodging the closing windows. They're bad guys. So there's this guy called the Mad Doctor who will throw things at you. I'll let you see him in a second. He can throw a flower pot or a fruit basket or a water bucket. If it hits you while you're climbing, like you're kind of in the middle of climbing, it'll knock you off the building. But if you're just holding on tightly, you can actually endure the thing falling on you, but it reduces your bonus at the top of the screen by 100 points. So let me get up to where he is so you can see him do some stuff. You do a quick climb. There's the Mad Doctor. There's a flower pot. There's a bomb or whatever that was. Looks like a bomb. So it hit my head, but I lost. See, I lost 100 points from the bonus. If I'm just kind of climbing, it'll hit me. If I'm not holding still, if I'm moving, right? So that's the deal. Now, there are other things, too. Later, there's a bird that flies across and drops an egg on you. Now, the arcade game, he would drop an egg and he would poop. But the same rule applies for the Mad Bomber in that applies to the bird. If you're holding still and you've got a firm grip, he won't knock you off, but you'll lose points on the bonus. Also, I'll note that in this one, you can't move down. There's no opportunity to move down. So while the game is not very difficult, I usually die because I'm in a hurry and I get stuck in a scenario where I can't go up because the windows are closed or something. That's usually what gets me. I generally find it's easiest to pick a single row and go up and down. There's that bird dropping what they say are eggs. No harm, so you just take 100 points off. In later levels, there are girders that fall. Even though these don't kill you, if you can dodge them, that's good because it keeps the bonus high, right? Girders will fall. The girders will actually kill you no matter what. Are the girders or like pieces of the building? I think it said they're pieces of structural girder. And there's even an electronic sign that can zap you on some of the later buildings. When you get to the top of the building, there's a helicopter. And to grab the helicopter, you have like 30 seconds to grab the helicopter. If you don't do it in 30 seconds, and your timer's ticking down the whole time you're trying to grab the helicopter. So let me run to the top of the building right quick and show you that helicopter. Getting kind of a rhythm here sometimes. You can make a lot of progress. Just keep an eye on those windows closing. Make sure you don't get stuck. All right, we're nearing the top of the building. We're running out of new building above. Now, the helicopter is kind of like the DVD video logo. When your DVD was in screensaver, you have to predict when it's going to get close to you. Well, not the corner, but kind of bounces around. Make sure you can catch it as it's at its lowest point. So as soon as we get to the top, so it's going up and down. I got to figure out where it's going to come down, like this, and grab it. Yay, we did it! Now we're going to go to building 2, and you see the bonus is 20,000 points. So now I have more to earn, but other things are going to happen. I think we'll see the falling girders in level 2, probably pretty early. Let's see. There's the girder. Yep. And that will kill you no matter what. Like, you can't just hold on tight and survive the girder. So if you get stuck in a spot where you can't get away from it, like, ooh, that, very close, it'll get you. Now, there are only 4 buildings on this game. So if you make it through building all 4 of them, it just resets from building 1, it says right in the manual, and just start again. Get your best score. Oh no, this window's closing. Oh, but that was opening. And finally, I've jumped down here to building 4, since you can start on building 4 if you want to, because I want to show you that electric sign so you can see all the elements. You get past this girders. Also, you'll notice that the windows open and close much more quickly on the later buildings. I moved to building 3 to see if I can find the sign for you. Now these falling girders are after me. Whoa! There it is. I finally found the sign. It took forever. So, every second it touches you, it can take 100 off your bonus. And if it zaps you like 11 times, you die. But there's no reason to get touched by it because just don't go over there, right? You wouldn't believe how long it took for me to find that sign. Like, it wasn't showing up, but now we've seen it. Okay, I'm going to try to do a points run. I'm going to see what I can do. Usually I maybe do 2 buildings or so on this. I really enjoyed this when I was a kid. I'm going to put it on the regular, just building 1 player, standard difficulty, just like this. Before I do, of course, I will remind you, if you're in the market for cool tees or hats or stickers or whatever, with original designs, with all kinds of cool nerdy stuff, remember our store at GenXGrownUp.com/merch. Every dollar you spend gets you something cool and also supports original content just like you're watching here. Okay, let's get after this. My high score run. It's been decades since I played Crazy Climbers seriously, up until this week, getting ready for this video, so let's see how we do. On level 1, building 1 seems so slow after playing around on 3 and 4, where the windows open and close so fast. You can tell what level you're on, of course, by the color of the building. It's a blue, and then it's a, I forget, like yellowish and a greenish and a reddish. You don't want to go up too fast when he's throwing stuff, because he can appear like right above you and drop something. And if you're being in a hurry, you can get caught. Oh, this building. Oh no! I lost my first life. Alright, yeah, I got caught where he was dropping something. I had to hold on tight and couldn't climb. That was an early life loss. That's unfortunate. Oh, get a little groove here. Working our way up the building pretty well. Oh, there's that bird. Hate losing the points, but better than falling. Pretty good clip. Look out for the closing windows is all. Building 1 is pretty easy if you just, like I had that early death, but generally it's pretty easy. Ugh. Go! Okay, now that's closing. Oh no, no, man, again! Alright, so it only shows 3 lives of 5, so I have 3 lives now. Mad Doctor, he's called, but he's dropping bombs, so I call him the Bomber. I think we're almost to the top of this building, maybe. There it is, there's the top of this building. Not too bad. Go. Oh, get it! Oh, almost. And down here. Oh, why did he reach up? Come on. He's not reaching. There he goes. There we go. He wasn't quite full up on the top of the building, I guess. All right, building 1, 23,000. So, I mean, you know, 10,000 of that roughly, 90-something is bonus. All right, I think we get girders right away on level 2, maybe. Maybe that's 3. So you see the building is red in this case. There's the girders. Be careful which path you take. Make sure you have exit. You know, you have a little wiggle room so you can go left or right if you need to. Whoa, he went that way. I can't go down, remember, so need these windows to open. I have that narrow passage. Now, come on, windows open. I can't move. Those are opening. Come on, keep open again, open again, open again. Woo! Oh no, oh no, oh no. Man, that was tight. All right, there was the last one of the girders, thank goodness. Whew! All right, now what? Oh, that's closing. So it becomes the multitasking, right? You're keeping an eye on the things that are falling, the windows ahead of you. Hold on. Whew. And it pretty much just all eventually catches up with you. You know, all the different things, you can't manage all that stuff at once is what happens. After losing a couple of lives early, I say that, and I jinx myself, it's getting a little better now. Windows open, no, closing! Oh, it's closing, dang it. Brings me down to 2, yeah, 2 lives. And I'm not sure if you get extra lives. Honestly, I didn't see that in the manual, and I don't think you do. I think you get the 5 lives you get, and that's what you get. Here's, don't die right here, right? Like, you're almost there, don't screw it up. Next helicopter. Here. Oh, why didn't he reach? Oh, how did that miss? There we go, got it. You notice the timer was going down. The bonus, the whole time you're trying to catch that helicopter. I don't know what a good score is on Crazy Climber, but I feel like this is decent. Ooh, caught me. I was just moving across and he caught me. All right. This life and 1 in reserve. Over 125 grand. I feel pretty good about where we're at. Come on. Oh, they're closing again. Open, 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 open. See what happened? I was stuck on those 2 windows and that was, oh, that was my last life. Oh, I miscounted. That was the end. All right. Look, 132,700 on a run on Crazy Climber. I made it through 2 buildings, got to the 3rd, survived the girders several times. It's a pretty decent, you couldn't look at it and go, it's really rudimentary, but really it's the side of a building. How high res can that be on the Atari? The guy climbing, the simpler controls, yeah. So let's get to the part where I had to get rid of this game. After having ordered my copy of Crazy Climber out of Atari Age, playing it for years, I was dying to get an Atari 8-bit computer, the Atari 800 in fact, which costs like $7.99, and this is like at $83, $84, right? It's expensive. And so my parents were teaching me a good lesson. If you want a new Atari, you need to sell the old Atari to make a little money. So that's what I did. I wrote up a little sheet of all the cartridges that I had and the Atari, and we ended up selling it to one of my mom's coworkers. Who knows where that copy of Crazy Climber ended up. It's a game that, look, it's not one of the best games ever on the Atari. It's a serviceable port. It's interesting that they combined the double stick climbing into a single stick. It's quite playable, but it's probably not anything to write home about, but it's very rare now. Like just a cartridge, a loose cartridge is like $100. A complete is like $300 to $500. I kind of want to reclaim it and get another one, but it's not so much because I want to play the cartridge. It's that I miss out on the fact that I had it when it was brand new and rare and I got it through the club. I almost would rather have mine, who knows where that is, than just to have another copy of it. But whenever I see somebody talk about Crazy Climber for the 2600, I just remember ordering it, getting it, having it, and selling it to buy my computer. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Friday Plays. I do these every Friday, and if you're a member to the channel, I release them a day early on Thursday. I love doing them. If you have suggestions for other ones you'd like to have featured in future episodes, be sure and let me know down in the comments. I'll throw links here and here to some other entries I've done in the past. I sure hope you've enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.